Alaska, it's big, it's cold, it's beautiful. Most people only see the cities on a map, places like Anchorage, but real Alaska is different, it's wild. Up north, on the edge of the Arctic Ocean, live the Inupiat people. They're in places most haven't heard of. Utqiagvik, the northernmost town in America. Barrow, with its icy winds. Nome, famous for gold, but home to the Inupiat long before that. This is where they thrive. Forget skyscrapers, forget crowds. This land is about survival. The Inupiat know how. They've been here for thousands of years, long before anyone else. This is their home, and their story is incredible. Inupiat. The word means real people. And they are. Strong, resilient, connected to the land in a way few can understand. Being Inupiat isn't just where you're born, it's who you are. It's about family, community. It's about respecting elders and their stories. Those stories go way back, passed down through generations. They hold the key to survival in a place that doesn't forgive mistakes. The language is unique too. Not like English or Spanish, it's about the sounds of the wind, the cries of the birds. It's about understanding the ice and the animals. It's about being part of nature, not separate from it. Imagine a world where your supermarket is the frozen ocean. That's life for the Inupiat. They hunt whales, seals, caribou. They fish through ice holes in the winter. Food isn't bought, it's earned with respect. The land provides everything. They use animal skins for clothing and shelter. Bones become tools. Nothing is wasted because everything has value. It's a hard life, but it teaches you to appreciate what you have. Today, modern life is changing things. Snowmobiles replace dog sleds. There are schools and hospitals, but the connection to the land remains. It's in their blood, their stories, their very being. Gap 3S. The Inupiat have a rich history that dates back thousands of years. They have survived and thrived in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Their history is filled with stories of resilience, adaptation, and a deep connection to the land and sea. From ancient hunting techniques to modern-day challenges, the Inupiat history is a testament to their strength and ingenuity. They have faced countless adversities, from the extreme cold to the scarcity of resources, yet they have always found a way to endure. Their ancient knowledge of the land and sea has been passed down through generations, ensuring their survival and prosperity. Even today, as they navigate the complexities of modern life, the Inupiat hold on to their heritage with pride and determination. Their history is not just a record of the past, but a living narrative that continues to shape their identity and guide their future. Gap 3S. Hey everyone! Let's talk about the Inupiat people and their awesome traditions. They have special dances, songs, and ceremonies that have been passed down for a long, long time. These traditions show how connected they are to nature and their ancestors. Every dance move and every song is a way of honoring the land that takes care of them and the spirits that watch over them. Gap 3S. Family and community are super important to the Inupiat. The elders, like grandparents and great-grandparents, teach the kids about their history and culture. They're like walking history books. They tell stories about how to survive, how to respect others, and how to stick together. Gap 3S. Ceremonies are a big deal too. They're not just parties, they're like special meetings that bring everyone closer. They might celebrate catching the first fish of the year, or when a young person becomes a hunter. These traditions are super important for keeping the Inupiat way of life alive. It's like connecting the past, the present, and the future all at once. Gap 3S. The world is changing fast, but the Inupiat traditions stay strong. They remind everyone that even though things change on the outside, important things like family, respect, and loving nature should always stay the same. These traditions aren't just things they do, they're what make the Inupiat people who they are. Gap 3S. While the Inupiat have a deep respect for their traditions, they also embrace modern life. Today, many Inupiat live in modern homes, use technology, and have access to education and healthcare. However, they continue to maintain their cultural identity and connection to the land. The balance between tradition and modernity is a key aspect of Inupiat life. Gap 3S. Inupiat communities have schools where children learn both modern subjects and their indigenous language. Technology, like the internet and smartphones, helps them stay connected with the wider world while preserving their unique cultural heritage. Gap 3S. Healthcare facilities provide essential services, ensuring that the Inupiat people can lead healthy lives. Yet, traditional healing practices and knowledge of medicinal plants are still respected and used. Gap 3S. The Inupiat have found ways to blend the old with the new, showing that it's possible to honor your roots while moving forward. This balance is a testament to their resilience and adaptability, and a reminder that tradition and modernity can coexist harmoniously. Gap 3S. They are not just preserving their past, they are actively shaping their future, ensuring that the next generation understands the importance of both their heritage and the opportunities that modern life provides. Hey everyone! Gap 3S. Let's talk about the Inupiat people and their amazing art. Gap 3S. They're super talented and make beautiful carvings, jewelry and clothes using stuff they find around them, like from the land and sea. Gap 3S. It's not just about making pretty things though, Gap 3S. It's also how they keep their culture and history alive. Gap 3S. Inupiat art shows how close they are to nature and their ancestors. Gap 3S. Every piece has a story behind it. Gap 3S. Think about a cool ivory carving, Gap 3S, a beaded necklace, Gap 3S, or a really warm parka, Gap 3S. These aren't just things, you know? Gap 3S. They let you see into the heart of the Inupiat people. Gap 3S. Their art is how they share what they believe in, what's important to them, and how beautiful their home is. Gap 3S. And because they teach these skills to their kids and grandkids, their traditions stay strong. Gap 3S. These days, Inupiat artists are mixing old ways with new ideas, making art that everyone can connect with. Gap 3S. This mix of old and new shows how tough and creative the Inupiat people are. Gap 3S. Their art is a celebration of life, a way to honor their ancestors, and a gift to everyone in the future. Gap 3S. The Inupiat face many challenges in the modern world, including climate change, economic pressures, and the need to preserve their culture and language. Gap 3S. Despite these challenges, the Inupiat remain resilient and continue to fight for their rights and their way of life. Gap 3S. Their story is one of hope and determination, and it serves as an inspiration to us all. Gap 3S. Climate change is altering their environment, threatening the wildlife they depend on and the land they call home. Gap 3S. Economic pressures push them to balance traditional ways with modern needs. Gap 3S. But through it all, the Inupiat hold fast to their identity. Gap 3S. They advocate for sustainable practices. Gap 3S. Educate their youth in the Inupiat language. Gap 3S. And celebrate their traditions in every possible way. Gap 3S. This blend of old and new showcases their adaptability and strength. Gap 3S. The Inupiat's journey is not just about survival but about thriving in harmony with nature and the modern world. Gap 3S. Their resilience is a lesson for us all, a beacon of hope that proves that even in the face of adversity, culture and identity can endure. Gap 3S. The Inupiat are not just surviving, they are forging a future that honors their past while embracing the possibilities of tomorrow. Gap 3S. Their story is a testament to the power of community, tradition, and the human spirit. The Inupiat have seen a lot, from explorers searching for gold to climate change threatening their way of life. But they adapt. They fight to preserve their culture, their language, their identity. We can learn from them about resilience, about sustainability, about respecting the environment. Their story is a reminder that we are all connected to this planet and we have a responsibility to protect it. The next time you see Alaska on a map, remember the Inupiat, the real people. They are a testament to the human spirit, a reminder that life can thrive even in the harshest of environments. They are Alaska.